I'd like to call the Northwood Board of Selectmen meeting to order at 6 o'clock on May 22nd, 2018. Roll call.
Beth Boudreaux.
Donald Huston here. Scott Breyer is absent to attend his daughter's baccalaureate. Nick, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Oh, we got no public hearing. We'll open it up for citizens forum. Anybody here for citizens forum? Nick, go ahead. Step on up.
All right, I'm Michael Moore. I live on Jennis Pond, and I'm here to first thank the board for its past support for our invasive species program, trying to keep it out of Jennis Pond and all the rest of the lakes and ponds. And you'll be getting a funding request tonight from us for the first half of our Lake Coast program funding, and we appreciate your support for that and the continued support for all the groups that are doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Nick, come on up.
We'll stay with Jennis Pond Road. For the fire department, if you could tonight, there's a couple forms there. One, our 2 forestry units, our state surplus vehicles that we get military surplus. We maintain them, and there's an agreement in there that we insure them, maintain them, and register them. They come out and inspect them once a year. They've already done that, so it just needs you guys' approval that.
Do you need that before you leave, Nick?
Nope.
Okay. So if we do it later on,
Yeah.
you can just come back and pick it up?
I just wanted to kind of explain it. Also with the Division of Forests and Lands, there's just a reappointment of all the wardens and deputy, well, I'm the warden, and then deputy wardens and the issuing agents, people that can write out permits. Typically all the full-time staff, part-timers, and then we've had some long-term deputy wardens that help with that. So there's also a form there if you guys could just reappoint them, that'd be good.
All right, we'll take care of that when we do all the other
Yep.
signatures. Is that all right, or do you need them now?
No.
Okay.
That's
We'll
perfect.
take care of it, and then you can just come
I
and
just
get it from
wanted to-
Kate?
Yep.
All right, that works. Anything
And
else?
if you could pick a date for the job interviews at some point?
What's best for you? I'm open, I'm free any day, just as long as, like I said, we make it early. And how many, you gotta narrow it down to how many you want. Is you gonna do 3 a night?
Would June 4th be too early, or?
We have a, is that, that's
a
a Monday,
Monday.
right?
It's a Monday.
We have
No,
we can do, the only problem with that is I will be able to do 3 on the 4th. I won't be able to do any on the 5th because we're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna discuss that. We're gonna have a selectmen meeting the 5th. So we'd have to do the 4th and the 6th. So we'd have to have a day
Might be able to do
between.
one night, too, so.
Yeah.
If that's what you wanted to do, or we could, whatever day, you pick 2 days, and just as long as I don't have a meeting that day, we can do it.
Okay.
So the first week of June?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Then maybe we can make a
coordinate.
decision by their second meeting on the 19th.
That'd be good.
Works.
Sure.
I'm gonna head to see Scott now, I guess.
Good luck. Everybody hopefully be safe. Anybody else? Citizens forum. All right, going once. We're done. We'll move on to appointments. We don't have any?
No, we don't have any.
All right, unfinished business.
The first matter of unfinished business would be the extension of the temporary employment contract for Judy Pease.
Okay, now she's stated that she doesn't want to work past July 1st.
Correct. So the extension of the employment contract would be, if we just extended it as is, would extend it from May 19th to July 19th.
Okay.
I would just recommend extending it for the full period in case she wants to be done by July 1st. However, with
That's on her if she
the
chooses
new
to.
hire,
So do we need a
you
formal?
may want to have a little bit of wiggle room in case she needs to pop in for a day. So that it's just a motion. We're not
Alright.
going to sign a new
I'll
contract.
make a motion to extend the temporary employment contract for Judy Pease until July 19th, 2018.
I second that.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0.
Okay, and Dee has started downstairs and
That's great.
she's doing so far so good. She likes it.
How are you doing?
My
I'll
question
tell
on
you-
that. Wait,
I'll tell
wait.
you when I have to do the minutes.
There you go.
So my question on that is, are we pushing for interviews for that position anytime soon?
I have 2 applicants already, which is wonderful, and I'm
Only because I'd like to
hoping.
fill that position for you at some point.
Right, I have the select board's meetings covered through the month of June. I would like to,
So maybe if we could hire one by the 19th, that gives a little while. That's like 3 weeks for interviews, or is that too close?
no, that should likely be sufficient. The, you know, background checks
Take forever.
take some time, so I anticipate having to find coverage through the month of July also for minutes. But hopefully by that point, we can have somebody on board for August.
Maybe we
so
can have Scott pull some strings up there.
that would be wonderful.
Okay.
The next matter of business is the transfer station gate proposals. We had received 3 proposals. I did seek out quotes for electric and have not heard back from any of the electric companies as far as an amount for the electric work that would be done. If you'd like to award the project to a company for the gate itself tonight, you can, or you can hold off until you have amounts for electric as well.
My concern is if we award the gate tonight, and let's say they come out and do it next month, but our electrician ain't ready to work next month, then we're not gonna have an unworking gate.
Right, right.
That's my only concern, not awarding the contract.
Right.
Is if we award it tonight, I'd like to at least have them wait until we can put a plan together when our electrician can be there the same day. So in theory, the gate gets put in, electricity gets set up, we're using it the next day.
Right.
What do the bids do for electric?
We haven't, we didn't really put out bids.
Right.
It's
You kinda
just
put
a
out to a
quote.
couple people,
It's just a
okay.
quote.
I did make contact with 4 different electric companies seeking quotes. 2 were very responsive, 2 were not as responsive. Where it was probably mid last week that I sought out the quotes. I don't think it was enough time for them to go up and see the area. So I anticipate in the next week or 2 that I will have quotes. So if you wanted to push it off
wanna
until
wait
your next
until-
meeting.
I'd rather wait just to make sure.
I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with awarding it too, and maybe we were kind of talking about making kind of a clause where if we don't get electricity for a certain amount, we disengage it. But if you want to wait, I'm okay with waiting. So we can wait till.
I don't want a gate just to be there for a couple of months. and-
I completely agree.
Okay.
So let's wait and
Thank you.
if we can get with some of them and see if they can get it by the 5th, and then we can go from there. But we're on board that we're gonna go with the
Yes,
gate. It's just
yes.
waiting on
Yeah,
electricity.
I don't want the gate to.
I feel the
to be
same way. I
closed
don't
and
want
you
it to.
can't get in there.
I feel exactly the same way because we're running into that problem with the swap shop now. We've been waiting on electricity and it's been sitting
That's
there
supposed to be happening, is it
end of the
this
month.
weekend coming up or next weekend?
The electrician said after May 24th, he will be out there.
So
And then
actually
we have a
that's-
holiday weekend, so I don't
Was
know
he-
if he'll work over
Was
the
he
holiday
one of the
weekend.
potential people for the gate?
Yes,
He
he
didn't
was.
respond though.
I spoke with him, he did not, he's shorthanded right now, which is why
okay, yeah.
the swap shop has been delayed, so he wasn't very responsive about taking on another project
Okay.
yeah, if we
until
could-
he's completed this one.
We could just get the info that we'd like the quotes by then, and then we can go from there.
Yep,
Set up a
absolutely.
date where they can all do it at the same time.
Yes, that would be good.
Okay.
All
Any
right.
more new business? I guess.
Yep.
Or do we have any more unfinished?
No. No. So on to the minutes. You have 3 sets of minutes.
I'm okay with okaying all these minutes. Are you?
Yeah.
I think it's feasible to just do it without Scott. I don't want to step on his toes if he has any corrections. But
No,
I'm
I
okay
mean,
with them. I didn't see anything out
yeah.
of control.
He had no comments.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept May 1st, 2018 minutes as written.
I second.
Any discussion?
I was quite impressed that she had such good minutes for the field walkthrough.
Yeah, we were kind of all over the
Yeah.
place.
That was really good, thank you.
Any discussion on May
No.
1st? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. I'll make a motion to accept the May 8th, 2018 minutes as written.
I second that.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. And last but not least, the motion for May 15th. This would be the 2018 site walk. I'll carry a motion to accept those minutes.
I second that.
No questions?
No.
Seeing none, call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. It's gonna be quick.
Maybe May 1st.
All right.
This is May 1st as well.
Yeah, May 1st, May 8th, and
Okay,
May.
all right, yeah.
And did I say that right?
You said the 8th and the 15th, you didn't say the 1st.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did I not do the 1st? I didn't do May 1st?
No.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept May 1st, 2018 minutes. as
I
read.
second.
I thought I did, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Any more discussion?
No.
Seeing none, call for the vote.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Motion passes.
Great.
All right, various assessing forms and applications.
There are 3 administrative abatements and 1 report of timber cut and 1 application for current use. You should have the list right in front of you.
Okay, I'll do the 3 administrative abatements together. So I'll make a motion to accept administrative abatement for map 109, lot 81. That would be 8 Park. Location of property is 8 Park Ave.
Okay.
The second one would be map 222, lot 35. Location of property is 679 First New Hampshire Turnpike. Third one would be map 222, lot 29, and that would also be, location of property would also be 679 First New Hampshire Turnpike.
I second those.
Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the
I think so,
vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. We'll sign those.
There are those 3.
Thank you.
Set? Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the report of timber cut for map 213, lot 5, and the address is 57 Old Pittsfield Road. Is this to collect taxes, or are the taxes been paid?
This one, it is, it's just a
reporting it?
report out.
Okay.
Yep.
I second that.
Okay, any discussion?
No.
Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 2-0. All set?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a motion to accept the application for current use for map 114, lot 8, sublot 1. Address would be 21 Gulf Road.
I second that.
This is an application to take something out of current use, correct?
Yes, correct. And I believe this is actually a re-signature, not, I believe it was the last meeting or 2 meetings ago, you had approved, the board had approved the application for current use. The registry would not accept the document because it ended up being a double-sided document.
Okay.
So we had to call the applicant in for a re-signature.
Any more discussion?
Nope.
Seeing none, I'll call
Thank
for the
you.
vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0.
That's all we have for assessing forms. We do have
Any manifests?
2 manifests. Sandy is on vacation next week, so she did accounts payable early also. And the payroll manifest that's normally this week, she had to do 2 separate pay runs. So we'll start off with the 2 payroll.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept payroll 2018 number 11B in the amount of $142.41.
I second.
Is this just because something was misdone? Something to do with hours?
Yes, there was an individual that had worked, and there was
A question about it?
some question about it. So then they were paid out in this payroll. Unfortunately, it should have been paid at overtime rate rather than
okay.
regular rate. So we had to do the second pay run to pay them the difference.
Fine. Any more comments? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. I'm just gonna sign all of these and then I'll pass them to you.
That's fine, yes.
This will be, I'll make a motion to accept payroll number 2018 P-218 number 11 in the amount of $69,752.16.
I second that.
Any question?
No.
Seeing none, did I say something really fast you couldn't keep up? Call for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I thought maybe I might have said it wrong.
No.
I did say it kind of fast.
Thank you.
Purchase orders? Oh, no, one more. Vendor.
Yep.
This will be the vendor manifest number 12 in the amount of $63,910.71.
I second that.
Any comment? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0.
Gotta get a little scribble signature going.
I do have a little scribble signature.
I-
It changes
I've
every
learned
time,
that.
in case you haven't
I've
noticed.
noticed it, yeah.
It does change every time. My signature's never the same.
We have 1 purchase order for your signature. And
All
that
right.
is,
This is for Dennis Pond. All right, this would be, make a motion to accept purchase order for the Dennis Pond. This would be for the Aquatic Species Prevention Expandable Trust Fund in the amount of $2,250. This is the first half of the 2018 donation. Well, it's not donation. It's. Is it a donation? Is it considered a donation?
yeah, it would be considered a donation from
First
the
half of
town.
2018 donation to Dennis Pond Lake Coast Association.
I second that.
Any discussion?
No.
Seeing none, call for the vote. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 2-0. Anything else?
Not for POs.
It's gonna be a quick one.
I know.
It'll be up first, right?
First half for everything. We'll make up
So
for
now
it
we'll
on a
know
different
why
one, that's for sure.
Scott's the talker.
Huh?
Scott must be the talker then.
No, there isn't a lot on the agenda, really. We'd usually have 2 appointments.
So that's it for purchase orders. For miscellaneous signatures and approvals, we have the tax warrant in the amount of approximately 9.99 million.
Right.
I kept it all together rather than taking it apart for
Okay.
you.
So I need to make a motion to accept, is this the tax warrant
Yes.
for the amount of, is that the number right there?
Was it
Correct.
5,990,882. Wait, did I say that wrong?
Yeah, no, you got it.
$5,990,882. That was a lot to handle.
That's quite the shopping spree. I
was a lot.
second that.
That was a lot to handle. See, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 2-0.
And that'll be forwarded down to Savannah so that she can prepare tax bills.
Awesome.
I gotta
Sure,
love her.
people will love that.
I don't yet have an anticipated date for tax bills yet.
Okay. I think due on July 1st, right? Or July 30th, something like that.
I'm not sure if you have them due on the same date every year or if you pick somewhere around
Yeah.
the
Well,
beginning
my
of
mortgage
July.
company pays mine, so I don't pay attention.
We have a recommendation from the Recreation Director regarding hiring of a league coordinator.
I'll make a motion to accept the Recreation Commission's recommendation to hire Ryan Hanovan as the league coordinator at labor grade 3, step 4, pending background check.
I second that.
My only question is this comparable to what the last person was making? Not that it really matters.
Yes.
That's it. Other than that, any other questions? Nope. Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. Do we require the full fingerprint with that one, or is it just because of the
yes.
with kids and all that?
Yes, for this one.
Sure, it
I
won't be
would
an issue, but I
require
know we
the
do
full
require all
background
that.
check. I think the only reason that we didn't for the lifeguards is that they were all returning from the previous year.
Right.
I have 2 oaths of office.
Make a motion to accept Tom Colby as an alternate member of the Highway Advisory Committee. Term ending March 31st, 2021.
I second that.
Any discussion?
No, he was the same for the next one, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah, but he's for the Facilities Committee, so I'll do them separate.
Perfect.
Calling for the vote. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 2-0. We don't have to do background checks for those, right? It's
No.
just for the rec commission.
Just for the rec ones, correct.
I'll make another motion to accept Tom Colby as an alternate member for the Facilities Committee. Term of office expiring March 31st, 2021.
I second that.
Any discussion?
No, I appreciate him stepping up for both commissions.
Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now if we can just get him to meet, we'll be okay.
I go every month.
Huh?
I go every month.
I didn't say you did. I said them. I said them, not you.
I wonder, is it like an email thing, maybe? Then I would know they're not
I have
having
no
the
idea. I thought it might have been that you were going to the wrong place because I almost did that with the
No.
Highway Advisory Committee. I showed up here and it was up there.
meeting. There you go, so it's not, it's all right.
When I had put the road bids out previously, the prior year's document had the town administrator's signature. So the road contracts were all, that were signed by the companies, then I'll have my signature block as opposed to the selectmen. For moving forward in the future, I would just prefer to have the selectman signature box, just for some continuity, rather
I
than
agree.
some the town administrator signing
Yeah.
and some the selectman signing. So the 3 road projects that had previously been awarded by the board, the Genis Pond Road,
Grading and
the Sherburne Hill Road, and the 2018 road grading. I have Board of Selectmen signature boxes that I would like you to sign to put with the contract.
we
For
don't
the
need to make a
record,
motion for those, right?
no, you don't, because you've already
We've already approved them.
accepted them and awarded the bids.
Okay.
So this is just to
With the contract?
put with the contract to keep on file.
Good.
And I will also collect Scott's signature the next time that he's in.
Speaking of this, have we gotten anything back for the road ditch work and
I
culvert
have
work?
not received any calls or bids for the culvert and ditch work. However, when we put the road bids out, I
Everybody
received them
waited till
all.
Friday?
Yeah, all on the day that they were due. So they are due this coming Friday,
So
the
we'll
25th.
Be able to take care of that at the next meeting.
Right.
All right.
I have a permit application for a seasonal camper.
I'll make a motion to accept a seasonal camper permit application for property for map 122 lot 69, property location of camper site is Oak Street. I don't have a number for it, it just says Oak Street.
Okay, I second that.
Any discussion? I'll make a motion. Yes.
So
What?
is to put a camper in their yard, is that what that is?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering this too. I'm kind of confused.
To be quite honest, this is the first seasonal camper permit
First
that I
thing I've
have
ever seen it
experienced.
too.
So is there not a house on the lot, so they're putting a camper in like lieu of a cottage or something?
I do not know.
Because
When,
you don't need a permit if you buy a camper and you store it in your yard, right? That's just, you bought it.
right,
Well, they're gonna live in it. That's what it's kind of what I'm thinking is what
for,
it
for
sounds
the
like.
season.
So it's like a summer cottage / camp.
But I can get more information for you if you'd
Are
like.
they
and-
allowed? I don't.
I've never done one
I've never
either.
heard of that, so I don't know.
It
I've
was
never
the first
done one
one
of
that
these.
I've experienced, however, Northwood has a lot more permits that they issue that I am not familiar with, such as yard sale permits and stuff like that. So,
These people don't live here.
right,
So they're probably just parking their camper for coming up for weekends
This
or just,
season.
it's like summer camp?
yep.
Okay.
Are you okay moving forward?
If it's summer camp, I just don't want people living in a camper in the winter and then something happens.
Well, that's why it says seasonal.
Yeah, that's fine then.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I've never. I don't see an issue
No.
with it. Any other
No,
questions?
as long as it's allowed, yeah, no
I'll
problem.
call for the
Yeah.
vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This is just for future reference. A little more info on this because we've never done one.
Right,
That was
I had not
kinda
done one
like-
before either.
I don't think it's an issue. I mean, they're saying they're gonna dump all their stuff at another site. I just find it odd that there's not a house there. That's my only thing.
So it must be like a empty lot, maybe they tore down the house?
I
And now
have
it's
no-
just a
or maybe
lot.
maybe they're doing some work on the house.
Maybe.
I don't know. They're from
Well,
Manchester.
we have these permit applications, so I imagine that there are other, I don't know how many permits
I've never
of
seen
this
one.
sort that we issue. I can look into how many we issue in a year.
I've never seen this before, ever.
Um,
I've been here a couple years.
because I would, well, because it's against the law to live in a camper on a piece of property. So where Northwood has a lot of smaller properties with camps, this may have been a way for people to come
Because the lot is
utilize
so
their,
small.
right,
Yeah.
utilize their property for a season
My only
rather than a
question-
permanent residence.
My only question is we've already approved this, is what's the seasonal deadline that they have to have the camper out of there by?
Not listed on there.
It is not.
Okay.
Just says, that's something that we should look into fulfill.
Right.
Because there's no.
You
there's
may
no-
want to hold off.
You want me to rebuttal until we can get all that information?
Yeah, I mean.
I'll remove my
Maybe
motion.
it's like until Labor Day or Columbus Day or something.
Right.
I'll remove my motion.
Okay, I
Okay, so we'll
second
put
your
off,
removal.
I can get
I
more
guess-
information.
Yeah, what date, they wanna finish, get out by, I guess, is when the deadline is. Is that,
Oh, down at the bottom, it says effective from April 15th through October
I
15th.
missed it. My bad. We'll still wait, cause I still got some questions with it, cause I'm kind of, I've never done one before, so I kinda need some information of what's going on with it. if there's a house there, is there enough space for both? If there's a house there, is there enough space for the camper, for one? I'm done.
Do they hook up to the septic?
Well, it says that they're gonna dump the septic at the, it's self-contained, they're gonna dump it at another place.
Okay.
It does say that on there.
I can get more information on the property itself. I'm not familiar with Oak Street.
I'm not familiar with that permit.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Linda Smith would probably be the best source of information.
She's out now, right?
Yeah, they had come in and filled this out with Diane in our office. So, and then Diane had just passed it along to me for signature for this evening. So I can get more information before
Okay.
we make any motions.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Only because I've never had to deal with one of those, I'm kinda perplexed.
Right.
I don't quite understand it.
And I had just assumed that it was standard procedure that I just have not
I've only been
experienced
here for a
myself.
couple of years, I've never seen one.
So we can hold off on that one. The next matter of business is an application to establish an account with Knox for the fire department. This is so the fire department can make purchases with Knox, and then Knox can bill us.
Okay, I'll make a motion to, is this enter into a contract? Or just allow them to?
No, it's essentially just a credit application to establish an account.
I'll make a motion to allow the fire department to enter this credit application for Knox Industry, to allow them to, for future purposes of purchasing items from them.
I second that.
Any discussion?
No?
Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. Don't know where they're at. Oh, I only have to sign it. You're lucky. Yeah.
The final item of business is New Hampshire DOT has finally approved the scope and fee for the Bow Lake Road Bridge.
Okay.
Now that they have approved the scope and fee, the town can enter into a contract with McFarland and Johnson to provide engineering services. Once the engineering services, once the engineering plan or engineering study has been completed, that will then be forwarded along to the state of New Hampshire for their review and approval again. And then we'll move into the more construction.
Okay.
So you just need me to make a motion to enter into that contract with McFarland and Johnson?
Correct.
Okay.
Let's get the whole thing. Keep it all together.
I'll make a motion to enter into a contract for the Bow Lake Road over Sherburne Hill Bridge Replacement Project for McFarland and Johnson.
I second that.
Any discussion?
I don't think so.
Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So I get to sign this one again. I'll take care of next stuff.
Yes.
Before we
That's
forget.
right. I almost forgot about that.
I didn't forget.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Can't rush you out of here that.
got excited for a minute. So we have the 2 Jeep forestry vehicles.
I'll make a motion to, is this, we're just entering, renewing a contract.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to renew a contract with, looks like it's the Forest Protection Bureau. And this is for, basically, we're just agreeing to maintain the 71 Jeep M715, keep it registered and insured.
I second that.
Seeing any discussion? None?
No?
I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. I'll make another motion for also to enter, to re-enter a contract with Forest Protection Bureau for a 68 Jeep M35A2, and it's for the same reason that the other one is to just keep registered and inspected and all that good stuff.
I second that.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 2-0, both of them. Anything else?
Nick had also left the reappointment of the fire wardens. There is or deputy fire wardens,
Yeah.
and then 2 that were not previously included. So these are on the pink sheet reappointments, and these 2 on the white sheet are appointments.
So, I'm gonna basically go through, do I have to go name by name? Or deputy fire warding?
It's probably a good idea if you just read their names and.
Okay, I'll make a motion to reappoint a fire warden, and I'm just gonna go right down the list. Looks like I'm Steve Bailey, Vince Bain, Fred Bassett, Christopher Brown, Kevin Madison, Jesse Manhite, Scott Severance, David Wakeman, Robert S. West Jr., Rich Anton, Howard Hill, Daryl Morales, Adam Schwab. I think this one has been removed from the force. Has been removed. Is he no longer on? Is he no longer on our on-call list? Woodbury?
Oh, yeah, I guess Nick wrote no over here next to those individuals.
Sorry, I'll go back and redo.
Kevin
back.
and, yeah.
I'll go back and
Yeah.
redo those ones. So I'm gonna,
How Kevin's not in the department anymore.
Yeah, I just read these ones. I didn't see his no
okay.
over there.
So why don't we just do
I'm
the
gonna go back,
yeses?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna
all
go
right,
back
okay,
and
all
redo
right.
it. And then I did Nick Bassett already, right? I said Nick Bassett, but I'm gonna have to recant allowing Howard Hill and David Wakeman. I didn't say
You didn't
him.
say his name.
I didn't say him. And Kevin Madison. They will not be
Reappointed.
reappointed, I'm sorry.
Okay, so the rest are.
The rest
I'm
are
okay
all
with, yeah.
set. Any other questions?
No.
Seeing none, I'll call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. I should really read things more before I start. Just rattling
Is
off
that from the
names.
other
I
side?
didn't, yeah, I didn't really, I was just like, And I also need to, these are 2 extra ones, I'll let you sign that one, and then these 2 weren't on there. And I'm also gonna appoint for the deputy warden, fire warden appointment form, Gregory LeBlanc and Richard Billadou.
I second both those.
Huh?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I didn't know he was on our force.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the roster at this point, so.
I never heard his name, I don't know.
I've never heard his name either.
Well, he lives in Pembroke.
I've never heard his name either. Oh, it's only so they can give out fire permits anyways, it's, right? That's all.
Right, that's all it is. If you want to hold off on that other one.
I didn't know. I mean, I don't know everybody on the department, so.
Right.
I don't
could be
either,
wrong.
but if it was for anything besides just giving out a fire
Well,
permit, I'd be a little more concerned, but they're only giving out fire permits. It's not like we're committing to
Right.
hiring them or something.
Right. And they're recommended by the chief, so that makes
Right.
sense.
Think about it, Steve Bailey doesn't actually really work for the fire department anymore either, and we reappointed him, so maybe it's something, that guy's kind of like him.
Right, maybe.
Steve just gives them out forever, like a lifelong firefighter. Anything else?
I do not have anything else for signatures.
Town administrator report.
We covered a bit of it through the course of this meeting. To add to it, the town hall exterior painting was put out to bid as well. The deadline for that is June 6th. I've not received any bids yet at this point. Hopefully we will receive some. The fire department Narrows addition bid is, I'm just waiting for stamped plans. We do have a full-size set of plans that the building inspector and the fire inspector have reviewed and made comment on. I anticipate that as soon as I get the stamped plans this week, I should be able to put it out for bid. The selectmen should forward the plans on to the planning board just for their review and comment regarding site plan. The town is not subject to their own zoning ordinance. However, you know, it's always good to have any comments to see if anything jumps out. It may meet all criteria anyways. So I will get that through the process for the next planning board meeting.
Okay.
So moving forward from there. We had received a letter which was forwarded onto you in your packets from a resident on Balsam Lane. And their letter indicated a few things. One being the way in which the snow is plowed in that area. I did speak to Charlie, and he did not feel that there was really any other area to push the snow back when they plow. You know, when they have to plow congested areas like down at Bennett Bridge, there's only a limited amount of space to put it. So it ends up getting pushed onto each sort of individual property owners. He can certainly take it under advisement. Come winter time, however. The other concern that the property owner had was the porta potty that was there. And actually, the recreation director informed me today that in the parking area where it's normally boxed out, and that's where the porta potty is placed, the company that delivered the porta potty put it in the sort of dirt area on the right-hand side of the road, right before the parking area. So it's not in the parking area anymore. If you'd like to take a look at the location.
Does it need to be moved?
It used to be though before on the same side of the beaches. I understand from that. I mean, kids shouldn't be running across the road to go to the bathroom.
Right.
That is a safety issue.
They had, based on my conversation with the recreation director, they used to have it in that area, and then kids would go down there and tip it over and push it into the water, which was why it was apparently moved to the other side of the road. So,
I mean, kids tipping over a porta potty is one thing, but a kid getting hit by a car to go to the bathroom is another story.
right, and I think right now it was in, I think the second to last parking spot, so the porta potty was taking up a parking spot. Right now, like I said, it's in this kind of dirt area right before the parking area. So you may want to just take a drive by and look and let me know your input.
I can do that. We can do that.
So their drawing that they have in the last two, so this is what it looks like now. They're asking why it wasn't used, why it wasn't done on the last page. What is the reasoning behind that?
Right, and he indicates that the area where the parking was taken by eminent domain. I don't have record of that, although I did not go back quite far. So there could be something in the records. I did pull a plan from when the beach had completely washed out and needed to be reconstructed. And the curbed area where the mailboxes are, if you're familiar with the area,
Kind of.
all that takes up half of this other person's frontage already. So unless you were going to remove curbing, take out mailboxes, place them elsewhere, to move parking to the other side of the road would virtually take up all of the remaining frontage that this person has on the road. So I just don't think that moving parking in that area is feasible. If you look at the plan,
It's been a long time since I've been down there, but I kind of got a good idea what you're talking about.
so
Yep.
this is the area, this is the end of that person's boundary line. So if you want to show Beth too.
So that's the area, that's the end of his boundary line. So this right here is where they park now. So if we extend the parking, we'd be taking all of theirs. That's where I understand.
This one.
Yep. We'd be taking all of his property. I think we need to take a look at it. I definitely need to take, it's easy to look
I
at it.
personally would prefer the porta potty on the side with the beaches. I would hate to have a kid run across the road because they have to go to the bathroom. When a 3-year-old has to go, you only have seconds to get there. And that was a safety issue. Yes, it's the parking because they have lost footage, but it was also the safety of small children running across the road to use the bathroom. And if you're short enough, a car's not even gonna see you with some of the really big tall trucks.
But right now, it's on that side, correct?
Um,
That's why they don't like it, is it's on the
Right.
side?
It's on their side with the parking, and they want to know if it could be across the street.
Right.
Right. So right now, it's on the side of the beach.
No, on the
No.
opposite side.
It's on the opposite side.
The next page shows where they'd like to have the porta potty, and that's where it used to be, like, years ago. Is there
I
a
guess
spot where they?
I always thought Archibald's property was on the other side of the beach. Does he owns property on both sides?
Both sides, correct.
'Cause I always thought his property was on this side of Bennett's Bridge, not this side. Not the actual lake side, the
Yeah.
swamp, the more swampy side. Okay. I guess we'll have to, I'll take a look down, take a ride down there and take a look at it.
Yeah, that would be good.
What was the budget in our packet for? Just a reminder?
Just to say we're halfway done?
Sandy did provide that to everyone, just an update of where we stand
Oh,
in
what
the
we
budget.
spent?
Yep, that'll show your current year expenses.
76%.
That would have been before this last accounts payable.
So the grand total spent is 64%.
Yep.
Oh, percent remaining. I was gonna say, how could we already use that much percent?
I had 2 residents in the office today asking or expressing interest in purchasing town-owned properties. I did indicate to them that I was compiling a list for the board regarding the town's properties.
Are they both the same property?
No, they're actually all different. So the one that I had presented to you at the last meeting was Sherburne Hill Road. Today's, there was a property on Harvey Lake Road, map 121, lot 63,
Okay.
that I have a gentleman interested in purchasing. He is in a butter.
Okay.
And then another individual is interested in purchasing the property on Bow Lake Road, that the town is going to have the trailer demoed. He's also in a butter.
I think what we need to do is get appraised values for those properties and then go from there.
Right. So I would like to, really move forward with getting the board, the list of properties, the values of the properties, how much the town may be into these properties for.
One particular property that is in question on value is the Spike Bryan property. We need to get one with value of cleanup and value of where it's at now.
Right.
So whether or not it's worth us paying to clean it up to get more in the long run.
Right, and the logging companies that I have reached out to, I had gotten 2 responses back, and I've not heard anything. So whether they went and reviewed the
Deal with
wood on the property and were not interested, or if they just haven't gotten a chance to go up there, I'm not sure at this point. So I'll just keep
Yeah,
you
I'm okay with moving
updated
forward and
as I move
assess value
forward.
and go from there.
Right. I'd like to just compile all the properties that the town owns with the information so that you can,
Because correct
pick
me
and
if
choose what you would like
correct
to
me if I'm
do.
wrong, generally when we put property out for bid or for sale, it goes to the abutters first, correct?
I think that's been the standard practice in the past for the town of Northwood. So if you'd like to,
I'd like to keep
continue
that-
on
continue
with
that.
that
Well, obviously,
practice.
we need to know what we're looking for and what we're gonna
Right.
ask and all that stuff first.
Right.
What else
I
you got?
had been approached by somebody who works for Primex, who lives in Northwood. We just had a really good conversation about the town and also about Primex's services. Through the course of that conversation, they had indicated that Primex facilitates a lot of goal-setting sessions and coordinating larger meeting groups. DJ and I had previously talked about perhaps having a joint meeting of the various boards and committees as a sort of roundtable discussion.
Quarterly, like a quarterly meeting of certain groups, like zoning and planning, because they kind of have a lot of the same
They,
ideas. And
Yeah.
same with like facilities and rec, even though that's not the same, but like we had that, we had
They
that.
do touch base
We
together.
do touch,
Yeah.
and same with
Yeah.
some others. I know we've
Right.
had that before.
So Primex can actually facilitate these meetings free of charge. It's something that they offer to any of their clients where the town utilizes Primex for insurance services. It is just a benefit that they can. So if you're on board and you'd like me to facilitate coordinating with Primex to put on a meeting like this, I think it would be good.
I think it'd be a good idea too.
So you're talking quarterly with everybody? or
I don't know
like-
if we have to do it quarterly, maybe start off with something.
Yeah, I don't know that Primex would do it quarterly. However, they're
can
more than
too.
willing to, come in once a year and do, something like this. It may be good to have them facilitate one to begin with,
And see how it
Yeah,
goes.
right, and then we can
See how it goes.
see how it's
You know,
running.
and perhaps, it can be something that we just coordinate in-house
Right, after we-
on a more regular basis.
Yeah.
See how it goes, because I mean, we didn't have anybody show up for the facility joint rec committee,
Right,
so
right. Yeah,
might
no,
be.
well, sure.
Well, there's a lot of
We're paying for a
Members
service, so it's a
that-
great benefit we're
that
getting.
are on multiple
Both.
boards,
And they could do
so
both.
it would be, kind of a neat idea. So I can
Thank you.
reach out to Primex to facilitate something like that.
Awesome.
Um,
Like an idea.
On the topic of the various boards and committees, did the town want me to try to plan some sort of appreciation day for the boards and committees?
I do, but I would like to wait until Scott is here so
Sure.
we can pick a
Have
date
some-
that fits for us all.
Right.
I don't want to throw out a date and him not be able to attend, but I definitely do want to do that.
Okay, I was thinking in the summer,
Like a cookout or something.
something like that, yep.
Yeah, that'd be
Definitely
very
want to do
nice.
something like that. It's
Okay.
just-
Savannah is completely out of dump stickers.
Okay, did you get, he was supposed to order his new ones?
I spoke with Joe Wheeler today, and he had reached out to Craftsman Press, who we had previously ordered from, and has not gotten a call back. So I asked him today to follow up on that and see if they can expedite the process of getting us new stickers printed. In the meantime,
In the meantime, can she give out the temporary papers, the sheets like she's done in the past?
yeah,
If somebody needs to dump and doesn't have a sticker, I know.
Is
she
there an
can't.
expiration date on those? I don't want
Usually
them to come every
usually they
single
give
week.
them, usually it's a day pass, but I think if we're.
Can we
if
make
it's
it a month
If
pass?
it's a new
Just-
resident and we don't have a sticker to give them, I think we could, I don't see why we couldn't do a 30-day pass.
Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
we're not coming back every week.
Obviously, there's gotta be some discretion to the supervisor and the workers down there. If they come in and they got a 30-day pass and they're coming in with 100 bags every day, obviously you gotta question it. You know, there's gotta be some sort of, I don't know, common sense, I guess, is
yeah.
the word I'm looking for.
Well, we're heading into beach season and they need the dump sticker for,
Summer rentals.
Well, it's also their parking permit for the,
right.
For the lakes.
So, do
they can come in quick.
you want me to hold off on those?
On what?
Or would you like, if somebody comes in for a dump sticker just to, you know.
Beaching?
Just for beaching primarily. I mean, still, obviously, they can utilize the.
Hopefully, most of them have them from last year because we haven't changed colors.
Right, it's just gonna be anyone
It's
brand
gonna be
new.
anybody that's moving into town or happened to get a new car and didn't get a change, so.
Okay.
Hopefully, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think,
I don't think-
make it be a
I-
30-day beach transfer station
Right.
paper for now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's
and
in the,
if they
you
get
know.
questioned by the authority that's down there, they can say, hey, we got this because they didn't have any dump stickers
Maybe
for
take the
now.
phone number of those people that are coming in for the temporary pass, that way they can be notified when
Or
the
their
new ones come
address, so we
in.
can send them a new sticker when we get them. So they won't have to come back in to get their new sticker, just get their address and say, hey, we'll send you a
Go
new
down
one when
to-
we get them.
Okay. And the final item that I have for the board is meeting dates in June. Scott is going to be away the 12th of June, which is the regularly scheduled meeting. He's asked if the board does not mind moving it to the 5th of June.
I'm okay with it. I actually think
I
we
have
should move to the
plans on the
5th, and we had talked about the 5th and the 19th. We find that we have these weird months where there's 5 weeks, and if we would have kept it on the 12th, we would have actually been 3 weeks before a meeting.
Right.
So actually, by moving it to the 5th, we're gonna stay on that 2-week schedule.
I have a commitment on the 5th though for work.
Do you?
Yes, it's curriculum night, I have to be there.
Okay.
Because when we schedule the date, I checked the calendar, we didn't have a meeting that night.
No, no. Do we technically
I
have
mean,
to
I could
have,
do the Wednesday.
do we technically have to have a selectmen meeting on a Tuesday?
No, you don't, just however, where I'm short-staffed as far as minutes. It
I could
makes
do
it
the
a
Monday or
challenge.
the Wednesday, or,
Because right now, if we did the 5th and the 19th, I do have coverage for both of those days for
we're gonna-
meetings.
I can do the 19th.
I think we'll have to, if she's got coverage for those, for those 2 days, what time does your meeting get over with? I hate, unfortunately, it is
It's 6
what
to
it-
7:30. I mean, I can get here at 7:30.
I
I can
think-
scooch out as quick as I can.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to skip some meetings without Scott, so I don't like scheduling, I don't want to, it's tough, because I don't want to leave one person out and not the other, but
Right.
this is, well, we're short-staffed in there. I guess what we could do is, if you want, is before, we kind of do this with, she kind of does this with Scott without anybody knowing, is would come out with the agenda, and you can kind of give your comments to her, and she can feed
And I'll
it.
get it as soon as I can.
No, I'm just, so that way you can still kind of have
Yeah.
input on any decision that you want to have, you can kind of
Okay.
give it through her, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do
Well, do you
that.
want to start like at 6:30 that day instead of the 6th? That way I'm not missing a huge
Yeah,
amount. Is
I
that
mean, we
okay?
can certainly adjust the time of the
Well,
meeting.
let's-
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, we can, I'm okay with starting at 6:30.
Is that- I mean, just the
Let's
one,
start,
just
we
the
can do
one
that,
time, is
that's
that
kind of
okay?
like a happy
That way I'm
medium.
kind of,
It's kind of like a happy medium, like a compromise. We can
Okay.
do that, we can
All
start
right.
at 6:30.
thank you, I appreciate
On the
So
5th.
6:30 the 5th, and the 19th is gonna be a regular 6 o'clock meeting.
it. Okay,
That's kind of a compromise a
sounds
little
like a
bit.
plan.
And
By the time we get through the,
Yeah.
the beginning stuff, she should be here anyways.
I'm hoping that there shouldn't be any adjustments for July. So, should be normal schedule for July. And that's all I have.
You have a selectmen's report?
We actually started, when we're having our first meeting Friday night, the Northwood Garden Club. We talked about doing community service around the town, putting in small perennial gardens. So we're looking into, you know, on Route 4, coming from Nottingham, that sign that says Northwood? It's
I
like,
think so.
it's on the left.
I think so.
We're looking to the property owner to see if we can put some flowers around that cleanup, because you can barely see the sign, the trees have taken over. Then we thought maybe a couple other spots in town, maybe like maybe the town hall, and burn those rocks out front, you know how they have like the memorial
I'm
rocks?
okay with all of that.
No,
As far as the town buildings,
Yeah.
I would only say to run it by the facilities
Yes,
committee
no,
chair.
yeah.
Only because they do the maintenance, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it
So
all.
that
As
was-
long as they're
that was-
okay with
yeah.
putting it there, I'm okay.
Yep. So that was the only thing that really,
I don't have anything except for that one thing that I messaged you about yesterday, but we don't really need to go into that too much.
Okay.
oh, I did, someone asked me about lines. At Bennett's Bridge, were they painting lines for parking? I guess sometimes parking is an issue if someone parks just a few inches off of the spot. So I had asked Sharon, and Sharon didn't know if it was a rec thing or if it's a
Highway
highway
department.
department.
I mean, it would probably be under the purview of the highway department as they maintain the other roads and parking areas in the town.
Something they could put, paint the parking lines before it gets busy. I
Yeah.
mean, parking is so limited there.
Right.
I can see
It
why
is,
that, you know.
absolutely. I can see, I don't know that they do it themselves. I believe they usually contract out. I don't know if they have other line work that they're looking to have done. I don't know if the company would just come out for that I think it's six
I know-
parking areas.
Sharon said that Dave Ruth had volunteered to do that because he's
Right.
done the lines before.
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean-
school. So,
Yeah.
but she just didn't know
Right.
who would do that, so I guess if you could touch base and
Yep.
see. We had a volunteer that was willing, he's on the rec commission, so.
Yep.
I do have one actually. Are you all set?
Yeah,
I
Saw that after.
I went down and spoke to Pete yesterday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, yesterday. About removing the old fluorescent light bulb trailer that is at the transfer station. It's all metal. I don't know if maybe we can get a local scrapper to pull it out of there, or if we can just have them pull it down with the backhoe and put it in our own steel container. But I guess we can just follow up with how they would like. I don't see why we can't pull it down and put it in our own metal container.
Yeah, I think we probably could.
do we have the machine to do that, don't we?
The backhoe should be
That
able
should
to
be
do
able
it.
to drag that across.
Should be able to. I told him I know things are getting busy when they got a chance, but I just wanted to make it aware that I did mention it to him to get that down. I mean, if he wants to wait until the swap shop is moved, so we can do
to make
both
it
at the
easier,
same
yeah,
time, because obviously he's gonna have to knock that down and put that in a demo. If he wants to do that, I'm okay. So that way that whole area would be cleaned up at the same time.
Right.
And when are they gonna come with the Planet Aid? Because we got clothes everywhere over there.
Right. They just picked up the contract today, so they should be moving forward with getting that done. I don't have a date at this point.
My question is, do you think, I don't want to do this, but do you think all the clothes, the bags of clothes that are outside now because of this, these guys leaving us so quickly and abruptly,
Yeah.
should we dispose of those clothes in the trash?
Yeah, if they're not,
Because they're gonna.
They've been
ruin-
outside and it's rained today. I mean, they did cover them with a tarp, but they did try. The
Right.
attendants did try, but they're out there on the ground, and they really had no choice. The people up and left us out of the blue. We had nowhere to go, nowhere to
right.
put them.
And I had indicated, because the people who take the stuff from the containers won't take anything that's left outside.
Right.
Right.
So anything that's
fairly
left
safe.
outside, yeah, anything that's left outside anyways is going to end up in the dumpster.
You have
So
'em
they should,
take care of that. Maybe on Monday after we, oh no, they're not there on Monday, are they? I guess, if they have enough room on Sunday, take care of it Sunday. I don't want them to waste their compactor space to do that. They could always wait till Wednesday to throw them away when we
Right.
get a new container,
Yeah.
a new
Yeah.
empty
Yeah,
container.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of filling the container
Yes.
with clothes. Because they're not there on Monday, so.
yeah.
If they're full on Sunday, I don't want them to fill it more with clothes. I'd rather them wait till Wednesday.
Right.
Just to get rid of them.
Yep,
That's it.
absolutely.
That's all I got. Anything else?
Going to the parade?
I can't, I gotta work. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I work on Memorial Day.
That's the perk of working at school, I guess.
Huh?
The perk of working in a school.
It's not the perk of working in dairy products or anything grocery. I get 2 days off a year, 2 holidays off a year. Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I only get those days. Not the day after, not the day before, just those days. Memorial Day I gotta work, July 4th I have to work, Labor Day I gotta work. Any day that Market Basket's open, I'm working. Anything else?
I don't have anything.
Okay, we'll go to second rounds of citizens forum. Anybody? Going once, going twice? We have any non-public?
Nope.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Roll call.
Beth Woodrow.
Don Rush and I, we are now adjourned. Look at that.